Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in today's video I'll be discussing what I thought of the latest episode to grace us from the new CBS All Access show, Star Trek Picard. Now before I begin, of course, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review. If you're not caught up on Picard by the first two episodes or by the latest episode, which was the third one, do not keep watching and listening as I will be going into spoilers, character details, plot points, and all that jazz. So you have been warned. Spoiler warning has been issued. Here we go. Let's dive in. I feel like this show is definitely on that slow burn drive, but it's definitely gaining traction. I feel like the more episodes that are eventually pumped out, the better and better it's going to become. What I mean by that is the second episode was better than the premiere, and this episode was better than the second episode. We're learning more and more about the twin girls who seem to be prophesized in some kind of Romulan mythical prophecy, and maybe that's why the Romulans are scared of them so bad, because they're harbingers of doom, or they bring destruction, and maybe that's why the Vaktash or whatever that sect of the Tal Shiar is called wants to destroy them so bad. But the show is gaining traction, the cast is growing bigger, the ensemble is coming together, the plot is getting more interesting. And it's definitely enough to keep me watching at least. At least that's how I'm interpreting all of this. Because I really enjoyed the third episode. I love meeting the new characters, like the new kind of renegade Starfleet captain who's now the pilot of this small ship that Jean-Luc Picard has become a part of, along with his friend Rafi, who really has a mind of her own and seems to have no filter as well, which is awesome. And then the eager scientist from the Daystrom Institute, she'll be a big help. And now they have a location, they know who they're looking for and why, and now the show can really take off. Like, the adventure can really begin, because now not only are they going to keep looking for the other girl, but now they're looking for the guy, Maxwell, was it? No, not Maxwell. Damn, I can't remember his name. Bruce Maddox, that's it, Bruce Maddox. And now they know where he is. They know what system or planet he might be on. So now the show can really pick up traction, because now they have a destination in mind, and most of the crews come together while we're still learning about the android twins. And I think we're in for a lot of potential excitement, which is pretty damn exciting. Although I gotta say, I really enjoyed this episode a lot. Those dialogue-driven scenes can really be just as profound and just as exciting as a good, well-executed action sequence. Not that I don't mind a good action sequence, of course, but, the good dialogue-driven scenes where, they give us and fill us in on a lot is also incredibly can be very engaging as well. I did love the simultaneous revelation that was happening when they were interrogating the Romulan agent. They had captured one of the ones who had infiltrated Picard's home, and then him and his two Romulan friends fought off, which was pretty cool. I loved how they simultaneously showed us that scene, and then Saj trying to break through with the Romulan woman who was laying down card after card, and how both of those scenes were happening simultaneously in real time, giving us an indication that, hey, both groups of characters are starting to come to the same realization or same truth, which could bring them on a collision course eventually, meaning these characters will most likely and hopefully meet each other in the near future. Picard and his new crew of characters, finally meeting and finding Saj and maybe her Romulan boyfriend as well. Speaking of friends, I loved seeing Hugh return after all this time. That was such a great episode from back in the day of Next Generation I, Borg. It was so awesome they got the same actor, Jonathan Del Arco, to play Hugh again. Obviously, he has become much more, he's a lot more human now. He's outgrown a lot of his Borg implants, and he looks a hell of a lot better and sounds a lot better than the last time we saw him. And I love that he's the director of the project working on the Borg cube, researching the old Borgs and just working on the cube in general. That could not be a more perfect place for him, being an ex-Borg member himself. It was so awesome seeing him again, and I certainly hope for a Hugh Picard reunion somewhere in the future. I feel like they wouldn't have brought back Hugh if not for that very reason. So That's what I thought of the episode. What did you guys think of it, though? I want to hear from you guys. Leave your thoughts and your opinions down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching. Star Trek Picard drops new episodes every Thursday on CBS All Access only. Have an awesome rest of your weekend if I don't see you. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you. Or live long and prosper.